Hope everybody out in Bulls Nation had a good Christmas. I did not get what I wanted for Christmas. I wanted a new coach for the Chicago Bulls. That didn't happen. Billy Donovan's still here, but hey, man, we move on anyways. So here's 5 keys to victory against the Atlanta Hawks tonight. Key number 1, we got to try to contain Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson is what Chicago Bulls fans thought Patrick Williams was going to be. A big wing. He could play the 3 or the 4. This year he's averaging 20 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, good shooting splits. Jalen Johnson is awesome. And looking at him, he's the reason why I think people who blame Patrick Williams' lack of development on DeMar DeRozan and having to take a backseat to DeMar and Vooch and Zach LaVine, I think those people are lazy. I think that if Jalen Johnson is able to develop the way he has next to Trae Young, who's got to be one of the hardest guys, not only to play with, but to grow your game with, because he's so ISO dominant. Everything revolves around him. But look at Jalen Johnson, man. He has evolved his game every year. He's came back every single year with new tools, and this year he's flat out dominant. He's the Hawks' best player this year. So the Bulls, they got to try to figure out a way to contain him. Jalen Johnson is a problem when he's getting into the paint. When he's getting at the rim, he's a problem. When he's settling for jump shots, he's a lot easier to contain. I think he's only shooting 33% from 3 this year. So if the Bulls can turn him into a jump shooter, much better chance of winning tonight. Key number 2, the offensive rebounds, man. We got to try to control the offensive glass. With Okongwu and Capella, those two, they combine for 6 offensive rebounds a game. Then you throw in Dyson Daniels, Zach Ricochet, Jalen Johnson. They have 4 other guys on the roster who are averaging at least 1 offensive rebound a game. So the Hawks, they crash the offensive glass. The Bulls, they suck at defensive rebounding. I know Vooch gets 10 rebounds a game, but there's so many opportunities in the game. I mean, it's been 5 years now where you're looking around, you're like, does nobody know how to box out on this team? That's a staple of Billy Donovan basketball teams, is they don't box out. They don't make those extra plays, those little things that don't show up on the stat sheet. The Bulls don't do them. So they're going to have their work cut out for them tonight. I think Okongwu is questionable. He might not play tonight, so that might make a huge difference. But Clint Capella, he's a rebounding monster. So we got to try to control the boards tonight. Key number 3, Coby White. Can you break out of your slump? Please, man. Everybody keeps saying he's going to do it. It's been over a month now, man. We're waiting. So Dyson Daniels might be the best perimeter defender in the NBA. He is this year for sure. He's an absolute problem. I would assume that he's going to be on Zach LaVine tonight. So Coby White, you're going to have a chance to shine. You're going to have some matchups that you can take advantage of. Is this going to be the game where Coby White finally gets out of his slump? Man, I hope so. It's hard, man. I love Coby White. I like Coby White. I'm a North Carolina fan. I was hyped when we drafted him, but it's been really hard to watch Coby White over the last month and not start to wonder, can we trade this dude? Can we get any value out of this dude? So tonight's the night. If you're going to break out of your slump, Coby, do it tonight. Key number 4, Ayo Dosunmu versus Trae Young. This is a matchup that Bulls fans love. It's been a thing on Bulls Twitter that Ayo is Trae's daddy. We've been saying that for a couple years now. You know, Trae's got the better of him in some matchups. I'm not going to lie. Trae Young might be my least favorite player in the NBA to watch. I just don't like the heliocentric style. I don't like guys who don't play defense. I don't like step-back threes. Trae Young embodies all of that. But he's a damn good basketball player. I just don't enjoy watching it. But Ayo Dosunmu, he's been one of his better matchups. I think Ayo's quick enough to stay with him on the feet. He's smart enough to stay down and not fall for the foul baiting bullshit. And he's long enough where he can get in and contest him and give him some problems. So we got to hope that that's a good matchup for Ayo Dosunmu tonight. And the last key number 5, I just found out Buzelis is questionable, so this probably isn't going to happen, but it's Buzelis versus Ricochet. I want to see those two go at it. I want to see Buzelis out there playing against him for at least 10 minutes tonight, like one-on-one, head-to-head. Buzelis is a competitive maniac. That's why we love him. That's one of the reasons I think he's going to be successful in this league. He plays with a chip on his shoulder, so you know going against the guy who was drafted number 1 in his draft would bring that dog out in him. But if he's questionable tonight, we might not see it, but goddamn do I want to see it. So let me know in the comments if you guys think I missed anything on those key to victories, and let me know what you think the score is going to be tonight.